Good morning, Sinkits and Nevis, and welcome to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius, and thank you for joining me on the program for today, Monday, September 30th, 2024. In studio with me today is Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Aging and Disabilities, Mrs. Janelle Tafari Lewis, and Andrea, is it Miss or Mrs.?
Andrea Keynes.
Andrea Keynes, Acting Supervisor, the Aging Unit within that ministry. And today they are here to have a conversation about the upcoming activities in celebration of International Day of Older Person, which is celebrated each year on the 1st of October. And there are a number of activities that the ministry has planned. These activities commence on the 1st of October, which is tomorrow, and run up until the 9th of November. The theme for this year's celebration is Aging with Dignity, the importance of strengthening care and support systems for older persons worldwide. Good morning, ladies, and how are you guys doing this morning? Ms. Lewis?
Good morning, Mr. Cornelius. Good morning, everyone who is listening. We're doing well. I can only speak for myself. I'm doing well. A bit nervous, but well. Otherwise, I'll let my colleague tell you how she's doing.
Good morning. My name is Andrea Keynes. I'm doing quite fine. I'm a bit excited to be here to, educate the general public on the month of the elderly activities and the all that we have planned for October.
All right, so let's get right into it. International Day of Older Persons. There may be some people who did not know that there was such a day to celebrate the older people within our society, and I would say to thank them for the contribution that they make. So, Ms. Lewis, if you can, tell us about the significance of celebrating older people.
Okay. So the day came about because of a resolution that would have been passed in 1990 by the United Nations General Assembly. And what the Assembly would have realized is that globally we have an aging population. In fact, it is predicted that by the year 2030 we may have more persons over the age of 60 than young persons. And this aging phenomenon is happening mostly in developing countries.
Okay.
So the UN realized that these are persons who have some special needs, some special interests, and there needed to be some focus on them to address these. So every year from 1991, October 1st has been designated the Day for Older Persons. It's a day when, as you say, we look at our older persons, we celebrate them, and in addition to that, we look at how we can help to improve their lives in our society.
Thank you so much for that. So we're looking at the fact that each year we have a celebration, a week of activities in both St. Kitts and Nevis and across the region to celebrate older people, and as I like to say, to thank them for their contribution towards nation building. Andrea, Ms. Keynes, how has the celebration gotten better or evolved over the years?
Oh, I love the question.
Thank you.
It has gotten better because more persons are now learning of the activities and coming on and participating. So it's like they're just waiting to hear the date, and if tickets are to be bought, they're ready. Like for instance, for the prom coming up, tickets has been selling fast. And we also could tap into that a little bit, encouraging persons to get the ticket now, because by the 20th of October it goes up. It's $75 now. After that, the 20th of October it goes up to $100. And the seniors, they're excited about it and they're coming. And even the other activities, they're very excited, just to go out and meet their other senior friends. It is exciting.
Yes, so one of the biggest changes we've had over the years is that we moved from just celebrating our seniors on one day, October 1, and we now have a month of activities, and we've had that for several years now. But as Ms. Keynes says, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger with more persons becoming more actively involved in the celebration.
Awesome, thank you so much. Now let's look at the importance of older persons in society and what role they play in society. So let us discuss the wisdom and experience that they bring towards that famous quote we know, it takes a village to raise a child, and we know older people play a very important role in raising our children and offering them that experience that they once had and to offer that guidance. Ms. Lewis, if you could comment on that.
Yes, they definitely have a lot of wisdom, and we do not always benefit from that wisdom, as many of us don't take the chance to actually sit down and dialogue with our seniors. We look at something, for example, like natural remedies.
Yes.
These are things that our older citizens have in their head. They know what bush we can use. We prefer to instead just go to a pharmacy and buy something where we have the remedies right in our backyards.
Yes.
They also have that historical knowledge, so they can tell us why streets are named as they're named, why we do certain things. And these are things that we need to know if we are going to really understand who we are, where we're coming from, and where we want to go to.
As you mentioned historical knowledge, just the other day we did a story on Clarence Hendrickson, who is at the Grange. He celebrated his 102nd birthday.
Yeah.
And I didn't know he was an Irishman, so I have to put in that plug. But we were having a conversation in the office about living to see 102. And then we were talking about Bernice Sebastian, who's 111.
Yes.
And to me, it was mind-blowing that we have people who is 100, 102, 105. So you could only imagine the information that they have and the experience that they have. And it would be so good to pass that information on to the younger generation.
Yes.
Even people who are 80 and older, they have lived, they have seen a lot. And so sometimes, it's not sometimes, all the time, I believe, it's good to sit and have a conversation with them. So they can share their experience and tell you, hey, this is what we did when we were younger, and, you know, all of those things. So let's talk about the role that older persons play in families and family structure. Ms. Lewis?
And before I answer that question, just to inform the general public, those who are listening, the Ministry of Creative Economy is actually trying to do just as you said, to capture or document some of that knowledge, the wisdom that our seniors have. And sometime we're going to put out a call asking older persons to register. If you want to share, you can register with the Creative Economy Department, and they will come, they will interview you, and they'll document what you have to say so that future generations and those of us who are here now can benefit from it. Okay.
All right.
So, the role that our seniors play in our families. We are still fortunate that we have, to some degree, we still have the multi-generational families. We are a small society, so the majority of us have an idea as to who our grandparents are, our great uncles, our great aunts, and very often these older persons, one of the things that they've done for us, the younger generation, they've instilled in us the importance of education.
Yes.
So they're always the ones behind the younger persons to go out, learn to read, learn to write, get an education. They're behind us to get a job, to be independent. So they try to instill these morals and values in the younger generation. So that is one important role that they play. And of course, we do have them playing a role in spirituality. I mean, many of us would have grown up going to church with our grandparents. And they're the ones who are the leaders in the church.
Yes.
They're the sisters, the elders. They're the ones who pass on the biblical stories. So they really help to set firm foundations in persons.
Ms. Keynes, your experience being supervisor, acting supervisor for the aging unit, what role would older persons play, and how important is it to have older persons within the family structure?
Okay, I must say, before I become acting supervisor, I also was a home care officer in the community for 22 years.
Wow.
So being around these seniors over the past year is very, very important to have seniors in your home. You learn from them, the guidance from these seniors. I mean, if some of the homes today have would have had seniors in their homes, I think the behavior of some of the young people today in society would have been much better.
Okay.
Because here we have young persons having children, so you find they didn't get much, or they didn't capture the knowledge from their grandparents to pass on to their children. That's why we are having some of these issues today in society. So it's like we need more grandparents, not the young ones like me, but the more senior-minded ones to pass on the knowledge. So it's very, very important to have seniors in your home.
And not even in the home, because we often say it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes.
So we can go back, if you are senior and you see young persons in your church, young persons in the neighborhood, you should be able to interact with those young persons.
And we've all had that experience where there was some person, an older person in the community who had a positive impact on our lives.
Yes.
There was somebody always, you're not seeing them, but they're seeing you.
That's true. Because by the time you reach them, they put a message home. I said, Andrea,
Yes. And they're always there looking out for you, ensuring that you are taken care of. And we're not seeing much of that today. You're seeing some, but not much of it. And I think if we find a way to, get back to that, we might have a more caring society.
Like I know my grandmother, she spent her last years in the USVI, and while she was there, she was in a program where older persons volunteered in schools. So she actually volunteered at the school library. And she interacted with the students on a daily basis. So much so that even at her funeral, her supervisor, when she was a volunteer, would have mentioned that the students would always ask about her, how she's doing, send messages to her. So she definitely would have made an impact in her last years just by volunteering at a school, being given that opportunity.
That's awesome. You're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue our conversation for today. Stay tuned.
Guess what? September 2024 marks the official start of Aspire.
And our government has a super cool gift just for us.
$1,000 in saving and investments.
$500 will be held in a savings account.
That we go.
And $500 in shares
kept safely until you are qualified to access it.
And it belongs to us. Not mommy, no daddy.
And not only that, you'll be learning all about how to manage your money wisely at school too.
Yes, all children ages 5 to 18 who are citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis
and registered at a school, including homeschool, will qualify.
I can't wait for September 2024.
But I am the first group ever to benefit from this program.
Yay! To saving, investing, and
watching our money grow.
The Sandy Point Agricultural Cooperative Society presents the 14th Annual World Food Day Food Fair and Agricultural Exhibition at Eco Park on Saturday, 12th October from 12 noon. Entrance fees just $5 for children 10 years and older and adults. Don't miss highlights like the secondary school cooking competition, rabbit festival, shark food products, food vendors, agricultural exhibits, GEF small grants launch, kids zone, and much more. Enjoy entertainment by Unstoppable Sounds, DJ Katai, and Explosive Band. Mark your calendars. Saturday, 12th October from 12 noon at Eco Park. Be there.
Welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. If you're just joining the conversation, we have Janelle Tafari Lewis, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Aging and Disabilities, and Andrea Keynes, Acting Supervisor from the Aging Unit. And today we are here to speak about International Day of Older Persons, which is celebrated each year on October 1st. The ministry has planned a number of activities from October 1st to November 9th, and we're here to talk about the significance of the day. So let us continue with our conversation looking at challenges facing older persons in our community. So while we celebrate our elders, it's important to address the challenges that they face. What are some of the key issues affecting older persons today? I want to begin with Ms. Keynes.
Good morning again. Some of the challenges that the seniors are facing and what stand out most for me and to me is neglect. The abandonment of some of the seniors. We have home care officers going out there working daily, Monday to Friday, 8 to 4. And some of the reports that comes in, Mr. Peter, Miss Paul is left alone in a condition where they have to do almost everything. So that is my main challenge out there right now, being neglect, abandoned. And you find families will get up in the morning and get ready and go to work and leave everything for the workers to come in to deal with. Let us work together for the betterment of that senior. Even if you have to make a phone call and say, when you reach by my mom, I did this, I did that, but please give her her medication because she had a bath, she had a breakfast, I have to rush out early, and if you get a chance and you can pass back midday and assist her with her lunch, I can work with that. Let us work together for the betterment of this senior person, not leave it all. Because at the end of the day, you don't know how that senior person is feeling there. You know, and you find persons want to go party and leave the seniors alone home at night. They get a fall, then call me, Miss Keynes a fall and I can't get up. I have to call the ambulance or relate to the police officer. But when we get to the home, the house locked, we can't get in. You party and we call on your phone, you're not answering. You know, so where do we go from there? How do we fix that? You know?
And we've also encountered situations where older persons are being financially abused. So there are persons maybe getting a pension and a family member controls their pension. So the older person does not have any say, and that family member unfortunately is not even providing proper meals and proper care for the senior who would have worked all their lives to secure their pension or whatever benefit they're getting.
What support is available, going back to neglect, what support is available for, let's say, older persons in our community who do not have family members? They probably have a niece who lives in another country or some distant cousin. So as a supervisor from the aging unit, what support has been there over the years, or something that you guys would like to introduce?
We don't have anything to introduce right now, but one of the things I always press on is communication. Communication is the key to great success. You communicate with me, you let me know, Miss Keynes, I'm overseas, I'm leaving the neighbor to come pick up the money from the bank, but see to it that mom get her food, her Pampers and stuff like that. I always go the extra mile, way beyond extra mile for seniors. I've done that over the years and still doing it. Communication. Once we can communicate, we can support, assist, help, put things in place to accommodate. Comes right down to the home care officer.
Yes.
Because once it channels to me, I can communicate with my home care officer for the betterment of that senior. Make sure food is there, Pampers is there. The officers go Monday to Friday. Myself might happen to fit in on the weekend to check and make sure Mr. Paul is okay. So it's all communicating.
Communication.
Yeah.
And looking at elders who are financially abused, that's a big one. Imagine working your entire life, you're getting your pension or whatever the benefits, and you have entrusted your entire funds to somebody who you think you could have trusted, and instead of you getting the benefit from that money, they're using the money for themselves. How would the ministry help in a case like this? I know it's a very ticklish matter.
Yes, it is a ticklish matter. It is something that we really need to put the relevant legislations and policies in place to help prevent it. In the interim, what we can do is to try and investigate, find out, what we do is wellness checks to see if the older person is being well taken care of. If not, then we do reach out to other family members. We try to work with the family and see what can be put in place. We do have a new case manager in the ministry who is going to be dealing exclusively with issues like this. And one of the things that she's spoken of already is trying to not only depend on the family members but the wider community. So you have the churches who to some degree assist their older members. You have the community groups, etc. So let's see how we can all work together to help these seniors.
Looking at financially abused, so we have those elders who have a pension, but they're not benefiting from that pension because of some family member who has taken control of the funds. But we also have elders who do not have a pension, and because whatever circumstances, so they don't have any financial support because they don't have a pension and they don't have any family members to support them. What support is available there from the ministry in a case like that?
Okay, we don't do any support that would assist in that area, but our sister ministry, the Ministry of Social Development, they have their food voucher program, and there's also the LIFT program.
Awesome. So we're here as well to talk about the exciting activities that are coming up for the Seniors Month. As I mentioned earlier, activities run from October 1st to November 9th, beginning with a church service tomorrow. Where will that be?
At Lighthouse Baptist in Sandy Point.
Okay. And my very... I think I talked to you about this. I believe so. But my question was, why a church service on a Tuesday, not a Sunday?
It's a debate we've had with in the ministry. Should we go to church on a Sunday, or should we have the service on the day itself? And the consensus was we are going to church on October 1 because October 1st is the day for older persons.
Awesome.
And allow me to say, being one of the most experienced, one of the longest, when it first started, that's how it started out under Miss Ann Wrigley.
Okay.
The date, whatever date falls on, we go. Even if it's a Saturday, we're going to church.
Okay. I love that. Let's talk about the sports and fun day in terms of what would that entail for seniors who would like to participate. How would they get there? All of the fine details.
Okay, so for all of our activities, we partner with the Ministry of Education, and they would send the school buses and the drivers. They go island-wide and they collect the seniors. Seniors who participate would know where the bus stops are. For those who aren't aware, they can call the ministry to find out where they can go, or they can ask their home care officer who is stationed in their community. So the sports and fun day is scheduled for October 15th. It's going to be on the Frigate Bay lawn.
Okay.
So on this day, it's going to be a potluck where we have some seniors who are going to be doing some goodies for us to all sharing. We're also partnering with Agriculture Department as they are celebrating World Food Day. So they'll be joining us. So we get a bit more of that on the day itself. And we're going to have some fun activities for our seniors, some races, they're going to compete to win some medals, show us who can do the best 60 meters, egg and spoon.
Yes.
We're also trying to organize a minister's race.
Okay.
Where the minister will partner with a senior from their constituency, and we'll see which constituency comes out on top.
Next on the list, we have the Seniors March coming up on the 25th of October. Where would that be?
It starts at the Tamron and Greenlands opposite the CFB College.
Okay.
Down Keon Street, and we're going to end at the square.
And this is an annual thing that every year we have the Seniors
We
March?
don't do it every year.
Okay.
So we're trying to bring back. Yeah. The seniors going to have on their seniors month shirt, the green shirt. There'll be a few placards, and we're going to just have a fun time that day. Through the streets of Bastille.
Awesome. So from October 28th to 30th, we have Day Centers Paint and Sip. Could you explain what that means, Miss Lewis?
Okay, so we have 6 day centers. East Bastille, St. Peter's, St. Paul's, Sandy Point, Ottley's, Lodge, and Tabernacle. What we're going to be doing is we're going to bring in some artists, and they're going to instruct our seniors and some primary school students. Okay. And they're going to paint one large picture. And the pictures are going to be cultural things. So we're going to have a masquerade, a ball, the Point Theatre, And we'll have these on display. And this is actually, we want to encourage intergenerational activities. This is why we're going to include the primary school children.
Awesome. And right there and then I see cultural preservation happening there, where you're bringing out St. Kitts and Nevis's culture, so that is really good. This is the first time you guys are having a paint and sip for the seniors?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
We would have done painting with them in the past that did their programs, but this will be the first paint and sip.
For those seniors who may want to participate, how does that work? Would it be the same process in terms of the bus going to collect them, or how does that work?
Well, this activity is for the day program. So it's seniors who attend the day programs in one of the 6 areas.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. And finishing off the list is the seniors prom, which seems to be really exciting. Miss Keynes, can you tell me more about this, please?
Well, thank you. The seniors prom, like I said earlier, it's an activity that they really look forward to. It's like you're preparing to go to a ball.
Okay.
The Queen is going to be there, the Governor General is going to be there. They dress up in their nice gowns, the gentlemen in their suits, and they look forward to come out and have fun, mingle, eat, have fun, dance. Yeah, these ladies and gents, they put on their best. They will just sing the best. Yes, and they will. The tickets are being selling already, and these supposed to be telling they don't order the dresses on Shein. Yeah, some of them is in already, and yeah, it's something they're looking forward to. Last year we had a wonderful time. We had the King and Queen crown, and we're going to have the same thing again this year. And as you can see, the theme for this year, it's a night of festive elegance under the stars.
Okay.
So I myself is looking forward for such a momentous occasion.
Is there an admission fee or anything like that?
Yes, there is. It's $75 now, going up until the 20th of October. After that, it's $100. We're encouraging seniors to buy the tickets now and get them cheap.
Okay. Okay. Any other fine details that you'd like to share about this prom, or any other activities that the ministry is hosting?
I would let Miss Lewis.
Okay.
Just that we encourage all seniors to participate. I mean, it's all for you. We would have taken some of these ideas from you when we would have consulted with you. So come on out. Let's have a grand time. Let's celebrate. You deserve it.
Awesome.
And I would like to stick a small pin there. I'm encouraging the seniors to buy their tickets now, because we are catering for 300. 300. Okay. After that 300 tickets have been sold, we are not printing anymore.
Okay. So that's the word out. Buy your tickets now.
$75. After the 20th of October, it goes up to $100.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue the conversation here on The Edge. Stay tuned.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
Guess what? What? September 2024 marks the official start of Aspire.
And our government has a super cool gift just for us.
$1,000 in saving and investments.
$500 will be held in a savings account.
That we go as you go.
And $500 in shares.
Kept safely until you are qualified to access it.
And it belongs to us. Not mommy, no daddy.
And not only that, you'll be learning all about how to manage your money wisely at school too.
Yes, all children ages 5 to 18 who are citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis
And registered at a school, including homeschool, will qualify.
I can't wait for September 2024.
But I yearn the first group ever to benefit from this program.
Yay! To saving, investing, and
Watching our money grow.
On October 11th, join us at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort for Shades of Earth, Women in the Spotlight of Climate Change. From 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., experience a powerful evening that explores the link between the global climate crisis and gender-based violence. Hosted by Garden of Rebirth, an empowerment center for women, this event features survivor stories, scientific insights, and theatrical performances that highlight the challenges faced by women in the Caribbean. Your contributions will help to establish a new counseling center, offering support to those in need. Be part of this meaningful movement for change. Get your tickets now at Digital Print Plus on Princess Street, or Garden of Rebirth's Facebook page, or via Chat Cash. Let's make a difference together.
Welcome back to The Edge and ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I am Devonne Cornelius, and thank you for joining me on the program for today. Again, if you're just tuning in, we have representatives from the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Aging and Disabilities, and we're here to talk about the upcoming 2024 Seniors Month or Seniors event, the events that they have in celebration of International Day of Older Persons, which is celebrated each year on October 1st. Permanent Secretary General Tafari Lewis and Acting Supervisor in the Aging Unit, Miss Andrea Keynes. Let's talk about promoting inclusion and support. Off air, we mentioned, we were talking a little bit about ageism, where there are some people who would say after you hit a certain age, you are no longer important. We no longer want you, whether it be a part of the workforce or a part of society. I disagree. While it is good to get younger people involved, you can't just tell everybody who is older than 50 or 60 or 70 to go home, because it's good to have the youth and experience. So what can be done to ensure older persons feel included and supported in our communities? Ms. Lewis?
Okay. So you are so correct. We sometimes tend to do a broad brush across everybody, and we sometimes think, oh, they're past 62, they should be just sitting at home. So we see an older person who is probably, let's say, going to a function. Oh, where's she going? What's she doing? Why she don't go home?
Right.
But it's their right. Age should not be a limitation. You are entitled to participate in anything that you want to once you are physically able. There shouldn't be any limitations, and there needs to be a lot of public education around that issue if we are going to be changing the stigma and discrimination about aging. We shouldn't see aging as something negative, and we just can't write off persons because they are over a particular age. They may still have a lot that they can contribute, a lot that they can teach us based on their wisdom. I mean, experience brings wisdom. The younger persons will not have the experience. And at least with an older person to show you, to teach you, they can prevent you from some of those same holes that they themselves, the older person, would have had to encounter. So we do need some more sensitization out there. We need to highlight those instances where older people are still making contributions to our society.
Awesome.
We need to showcase them.
I absolutely agree there. Ms. Keynes, do you want to jump in here as well, or?
I second her motion.
Let's look at the role community organizations can play to contribute to this effort of making older persons feel more included in society. You want to jump in?
for the organizations out there, if they would come on board with the ministry to assist in terms of even going up with the home care officers as support, and they also will see some of the cases that we have to deal with, because people look at the home care officers as maids. We're not maids. We're there to assist the families.
Okay.
So if we can have somebody, say, from a group, from a church or the Rotary, the Lions, I'm a member of the Lions, yeah, we can go out with us even once a week. They will see it on a more wider, a broader band, exactly the full role. How can they fit in to support the families, support that senior person?
Awesome.
And we have been getting more calls from different organizations for them. They want to do activities and include the seniors. So I think our department and the workers who work so hard, they're really making an impact a little bit at a time, because we're seeing persons calling up. We're having this. Can we get some seniors? We want to do this. Can we do this with the seniors? So hopefully in time we'll see a shift in the wider society where we don't even give it too much thought. You have to include seniors. But including seniors too, one of the things that we have to do is we sometimes have to make some adjustments. For example, we're talking accessibility. So you may want to invite the seniors to an event, but where the event is, there isn't an accessible bathroom. And you're going to have some seniors who are wheelchair users, who are amputees, etc. So you need to be mindful of what do I need to do so that if I invite the seniors, they're comfortable.
I'm so happy that you mentioned that. I realize now that companies in St. Kitts and Nevis, they're thinking about that.
Yes.
Older persons and persons with disabilities, they're thinking about them whenever they're expanding the business or anything like that. So that is really good, and that contributes to inclusion and support, because we can only imagine how frustrating it would be if you want to access a building and because you're wheelchair bound, it's difficult. It's difficult, and that's really unfortunate. I believe you had some callers coming in at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. And our cell number is 662-8674. Those are the numbers you call to lend your voice to the conversation at hand. We also want to talk about, we have a call on the line? Okay, I think we lost that caller. So let's continue where we left off from. Let us go into personal stories and experiences. Ms. Keynes, I want you to lead here because you mentioned earlier that you have been in the field for 22 years. And so I know you have a lot of stories. You may not be able to tell all today, but let's talk a little bit about that. Do you have any personal stories that highlight the importance of our elders?
Yes. And some of my stories and experience go way back and come forward from doing an honest job. I mean, I've been accused over the years, but wasn't true. Doing a professional job. You're going to have your hiccups along the line, but you grow. As you age, as you grow. But my personal stories, I can remember one time a lady said that a thief, she pour and a bottle of coffee. And next one, the lady said empty all she closed out of she house. Called police, nothing was taken. I took the responsibility to stay there until she traveled overseas and come back. I said nothing was taken. Some of the wonderful experience, I had the opportunity to travel to Belgium.
Okay.
So I can sit down and tell my grandchildren about what Belgium look like. I had a little while out there. It's nice. It's about doing a service where the senior themselves is satisfied, the family themselves is happy because they're not there to do that work for them. So it's like saying, I can't give you the world, I can't give you $1 million, but I can do this much. So I warmly welcome it, and I did receive it. So here I can sit here and encourage my home care officers who are with us now, those who want to come in, continue to do a good, honest, professional job. It hurts me sometimes when I get some report that things not going the way.
Yes. All right, we do have some callers in the line, so let's take a pin and we'll take your first call for the morning. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning. If you want to go to the prom, you have to buy a ticket and your age got to go off. There is a young man still. You are a young man still.
That sounds like Lulu.
My sweetheart Andrea.
Good morning, Lulu. Good morning. Nice hearing you.
The love of my life. And the other person here from Langton.
Yes.
I want to big up you all. I want to thank you all for your service.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to everything. Thank you all the whole group. And the young man them who are busy serving us, taking up the garbage. They scanning the old people, them as you just say. They're helping a lot of all the other the adult section. You sit there, they bring you water, you bring this, you want to go bathroom and everything. I'm sure Mr. Bowen looking forward to it. It was exciting when you go there, you see Mr. Bowen and his wife. So we don't go places. And I thank you all for taking care of the elderly now. And God bless you all. And Lolo love you all.
Don't go yet, Lolo. You didn't buy your ticket for the prom?
No, when I got the girl with ticket and then they said that she had an operation at me. See?
Okay, don't worry. She ain't saw you. Just keep in touch with her.
Yes, I know.
And you're coming to church tomorrow?
I ain't missing nothing. I'm going to church tomorrow. You hope it with a sweet service that is good. And the only space I don't go wider that is to pass the bridge. I'm not passing that bridge over there.
Okay, understand.
Everything there. I'm looking forward to another boat ride over Nevis.
Okay.
And big up Brother Pharaoh.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
All right. All the best to you all. Thank you all.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Money, Ronnie.
Let's take this other call. You're on the air, caller. Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yes, good morning.
And good morning to your two panelists there.
Good morning.
I'm so passionate about this program, and I must say, credit must be given to your department. You're already doing an excellent job.
Thank you.
I always have a passion for the elders. I remember my grandmother, Doris Wilshire, 2 days ago would have made her 104. And the thing about it, you learn so many things from these elder persons. You know, we take a lot of things for granted, but it's only when they're gone then we realize. And it hurt my heart because I heard you all talking about the treatment that some of the families met out to deal with them in terms of finances and locking them up in the house. That is terrible. Because we sometimes tend to forget God spare our life and we live long. We don't know what can happen to us. So we should always take that in mind and do not treat the elders like that. And some of them would have worked hard, and to see that their own family members will take their social security and use it for themselves and just leave them in a corner. That is something, even in the institution, a lot of the institution, sometimes they don't look out for the elders, so they'll be in the line for a long time. These are the kind of things we need to take into consideration, because our elders would have they would have laid the groundwork for all of us, because what they did and what they had to go through for us to benefit as an independent nation today. You know what I mean? It's real difficult to see that they have to be going through these kind of situations. But I must say to your entity, keep doing what you all are doing, and I will encourage persons to be there for the elders, because we don't know what is our turn around the corner. But keep up the show. Thank you very much.
All right, caller. Thank you for your contribution to the program. We do have some more calls. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. I'm just calling to congratulate Ms. King on the good job and the rest of our staff. Because when I had need help, the doctor told me to, go and get help, because my pressure was really high, because I have to go to work and look after my mother and so forth, right? So therefore, I had to really get this help, I really have to get this help. So, congratulate you all on your good job that you are doing. Again, this is Miss Smith, Heather.
Oh, thank you. God bless. You're welcome, my dear.
You was there for me when I was in need of the help. Thank you very much.
You're
God
welcome.
bless.
Anytime.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. We'll take one more call and we'll head back to our conversation before we wrap up the...
Morning.
Hello, good morning. On the air.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Nevis. My partner, you should know who I am. I just want to say wonderful program, and I'm sorry you all couldn't do this. Then the children home, now go out in the school, because some children that treat their granny like dogs. They don't have no respect.
to the elders. You know, and this is a wonderful program, but I wish you all can go in the school or do this another day when holidays and let the children, the mom again put the children to sit down and listen to this program.
Is this my neighbor?
Yes, my neighbor. Age is just a number. My neighbor know me. I'm close to 70. And I'm looking like I'm in my 30s. So, age is just a number. Respect the elders. Look after your parents, because it's not easy to bring up a baby from a day old to that mother belly. So pull to that baby nose, sit up at night, do all kind of thing. And then when the Bible says once a man, twice a child. You understand? And we ain't come here to stay young. So the younger ones, they need to look after the elder people. They need to look after the elder parents. Stop pushing them in a corner, because it's blessing you losing. You know, so good program, but sorry you all didn't do this when the children went home, because they need to educate. You know, and it's not the society alone. You're voting for a party. When you reach a certain age, they push you aside. You know, and is the elder going to make that party strong? Because we're going to teach the younger people, you know, how to go about it. So it's not the society alone. If you're voting for a party to reach your elder age, you don't want to feel until that day to vote. You know, so good program.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution. We'll take it there with the calls. It is 11. It was about 10 minutes to the 12 o'clock hour. Let's continue quickly where we left off.
I just want to stick a pin pertaining to my experiences as the lady say go out in the school. I could remember when I was a young girl coming up in the McKnight area. I was born and raised in McKnight. Went to Irishtown Primary School. I used to look forward to when I finished at school at afternoon days, where it started in me caring for the seniors.
Okay.
My first client was a blind lady. She has gone on now. Her name was Miss Lai, but I remember the first name. But I look forward every afternoon to walk her through McKnight, go pick up a bread from Brown Bakery. It was an experience that has caused me to be where I am today. So I would encourage the school children out here to assist the seniors.
Yes, and let's look at the lessons learned. If you can weigh in on that, and you as well, Miss Lois. Lessons learned from
Lessons learned to be patient.
Okay.
To be kind. These are morals where if you put them into your daily life, caring for the seniors, once you have that, you can cope with their everyday living, the different medical conditions that, because I mean, somebody with dementia and Alzheimer's, they might not remember you. And when you're going to don't want you to touch them, and you're pleading your heart out, once you know how to step back and just let them go through that motion, everything can be okay. Cause snap, you here a long time? Yes, I come to assist you. Okay, let's get it over with and done. And yeah, it's just about being kind, gentle, and yeah. When you're home with your children, it might be something different, because you know. But caring for the seniors, you just gotta be humble, and you can get your job done.
Thank you so much for that, Miss Lewis.
For me, the lesson learned is that sometimes you do a little gesture. You don't think much about it, but it means the world to the older person. And it makes a difference.
Absolutely. For me, it's appreciate what you have.
Indeed.
There's some people in life who don't have at all. So whatever you have, you appreciate it, and try as much as possible to build on what you have. Honestly, that is. Build on what you have, but appreciate a little, because there's some people out there who don't have that opportunity to get what you have. You're listening to The Edge. Let's head back to the phone lines, and we'll continue taking some calls at 465-2555, 718-577-2916, or 662-8674. Just less than 10 minutes left before we wrap up the conversation. While we're awaiting some calls, do you guys have anything else that you'd like to share with the listening audience about the activities? I think we have a caller coming in, but go ahead.
Okay, it's not so much to share on the activities, but I want to just highlight the workers, our home care officers and family members who are providing care for their older relatives. I would like to commend them for their hard work and their dedication. And I also want to remind them to take care of themselves also.
Yes.
Don't neglect your self-care. And for others around them, remember them not only in your prayers, but every now and again, chip in. They need some respite care. They may need you to maybe come and sit with your older person so they can go to the movie just to get at least 2 hours off or to do something else.
Thank you so much for that. I think we have a caller on the line.
Hello?
Hi, caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Miss Kins?
Hi.
This is Ethel.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
All right.
Nice.
I'll be here tomorrow, God's willing.
Praise the Lord. Looking forward to see you.
Yeah, be my husband, yeah.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Bowen.
Yeah, he here. He got to work.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, dear.
All
See you
right.
tomorrow. Have a blessed day.
Yeah.
Thank you for your call. Let's take this other call. Hello, you're on the air. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
I just call to give thanks to the officers them for the good work that they are doing.
Thank you.
When we go out, they just look after us very good.
Nice.
And some people in your family, right? They show more love at a funeral and when you're alive.
That is true.
Yeah, sometimes they will want a piece of food, and when you die, if you see them, they're kissed dead and all. And then they'll study you when you're alive.
Yeah.
Okay, dear.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. The phone lines remain open and we take your calls. 465-2555, 718-577-2916. We just have a few minutes left, so we'll stop there with the calls, and I'll give you ladies an opportunity to give your closing comments. Ms. Lewis?
Okay, thank you for having us here today and giving us the chance to inform the general public about upcoming activities. It was one wonderful opportunity. And just to remind the seniors of the activities tomorrow, church service, Lighthouse Baptist in Sandy Point. The school buses will start collecting persons from 9 a.m. Then on the 15th, we head over to Frigate Bellon for our fun day. So start exercising, get ready to run and play and win some medals. We didn't win them when you were in school. You have a chance to win them now. And if you're dead in school, then come and show how athletic you are. Shirley Lewis, they're looking for you. On the 25th, seniors match. We're going to go downtown, show everybody that we're still capable, we're still active, and you share your messages with them. On the 20th to 30th, the dissenters, we're going to show creativity, paint and sip, interact with the primary school children. And on the 9th, we're going to see if Mr. McLean and Mrs. Connor from Sandy Point will reclaim their crowns, or if they will be dethroned. Just a warning for the males. Mr. McLean has said confidently, the crown remains with him. So we'll wait to see if that is the truth.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lewis. Ms. Gaines?
Yes, my small bit of input here is just to encourage my workers. Let us go out there daily, continue to do a professional job, because we are serving seniors who are looking forward for that assistance.
Awesome, thank you so much. And again, International Day of Older Persons 2024 is being celebrated under the theme Aging with Dignity, the importance of strengthening care and support systems for older persons worldwide. And if you are interested in more information in terms of the activities, you may call 467-1393 or 665-3983. You've been listening to The Edge for Monday, September 30th, 2024. I've been your host, Devonne Cornelius. Until next time, you guys stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right. That was a good program.
Indeed.